video, we will discuss about the term capacitance. Capacitance means capacity to hold a charge. Suppose this is a conductor and I want to add a Q charge to this conductor. Now what should be the maximum value of this Q which can be added to this conductor without any leakage? This is just like that, how much water can be added to the bucket. Now I have used the term leakage over here. So what is basically the leakage? Let us understand the leakage of charge first. Now let us understand the term leakage of charge. Now for that I had taken, this is a conducting sheet in which the positive charge is uniformly distributed and the direction of electric field is perpendicularly upward and downward to the sheet. Now because of this electric field, the surrounding air is get polarized. That is, suppose I am having, this is your atom or a molecule, the center of gravity of positive charge will be shifted upward and the center of gravity will be shifted towards the opposite direction of electric field. If the electric field is not that much large, then this atom or a molecule remains intact. But if the value of this electric field increases to this much, that is 3 into 10 raised to power 6 volt per meter, this can be done. We can increase the value of this electric field by just increasing the charge. If you add more charge to this sheet, suppose I am adding more Q charge to this and the value of this electric field reaches to this much, that is 3 into 10 raised to power 6 volt per meter, then this electric field is large enough so that it can knock out the electron from this atom or a molecule, and this electron absorbed by it and it neutralizes some of the positive charge. So whatever the charge I have added to this sheet has been neutralized by ionizing the surrounding air. So this means that it directly makes us to understand that some of the positive charge has been leaked. So this is known as a leakage of charge. So we understood that we can add a charge to a limit so that the charge get not leak out. So that is the capacity. So basically the capacitance is the charge which can be added to a conductor, and it depends upon the how much potential is developed on adding the charge. Means Q चार्ज डालने पर इस कंडक्टर में कितना पोटेंशियल बढ़ा. On adding a charge Q, how much potential of this conductor has been increased. So we understood that Q is proportional to V. Amount of charge added to a conductor is directly proportional to the how much potential is developed on a conductor on adding a charge. So if you remove this proportionality constant by introducing a constant, that constant is C. This term is known as a capacitance. So if you define this capacitance, the capacitance is defined as the ratio of the charge added to the conductor and the electric potential developed. So it is just a ratio of the charge added to a conductor or a capacitor and the electric potential developed of a conductor. Now its SI unit is given by Faraday. The SI unit of the capacitance is Faraday, and if C is equal to Q divided by V, charge is measured in coulomb and the potential is measured in volt. So its unit becomes 1 coulomb per volt, and 1 coulomb per volt is equal to 1 Faraday. How will you define this 1 Faraday? The capacitance is said to be 1 Faraday when on adding a 1 coulomb charge to a capacitor produces a potential difference of 1 volt. So suppose this is your any capacitor or a conductor, and on adding a 1 coulomb charge to this conductor, it produces or it increases the potential by 1 volt. Then we can say that the capacitance of this conductor is equal to 1 Faraday. So since the Faraday is a very big unit, so we have other smaller units also there. So 1 microfarad is equal to 10 to minus 6 Faraday, 1 nanofarad is equal to 10 to minus 9 Faraday, and 1 picofarad is equal to 10 to minus 12 Faraday. So the capacitance can be understood with the help of these two examples. Let us first see this example. I am having this is a conducting sheet. This is our conducting sheet. In this conducting sheet, this is a neutral having an equal number of ions and free electrons. And I want to add these electrons. These electrons can be added by connecting this sheet with the help of battery. So I applied the battery of potential V. This battery provide a force to these electrons to enter into this sheet. Now, because of this external force, the electrons keep on adding to this sheet, and the concentration of electron in this sheet keep on increasing. Now, further, as the concentration of electron in a conducting sheet increases, which makes the force of repulsion between the electron also increase. So if the force of repulsion is less as compared to the external force, these electrons keep on adding to this sheet. As soon as the force of repulsion between the electron is equal to the external force, then the movement of these electrons stops. And further, we cannot add these electrons to this conducting sheet. Suppose in the previous one example we discussed that there is a limit up to which we can add a charge to a conductor for a given battery. Now, if we keep on increasing the potential of the battery, it will drives the electron with a greater force, and we can add more charge to this sheet. This charge generally increases the surface charge density of this conducting sheet. So, if I keep on increasing the potential of the battery, then we keep on adding the electrons with the help of more force on this conducting sheet. So there is a unlimited charge which we can add to this conductor. But it is not that case, as it is observed that in the case of leakage to the charge, that is, if the potential at 1 centimeter of this sheet reaches to this value, that is 3 into 10 raised to power 4 volt, then the charge may leak outside. The extra electron which are there, it can go out, it ionize itself, or it can ionize the surrounding air. That positive charge come to nearby and neutralizes this conducting sheet. So this is how there is a limit. So this tells us that we can add a charge to a conductor. Second thing, and we can add a charge to a conductor to a certain value so that its electric field does not cross the order of 10 raised to power 6, or potential at 1 centimeter do not cross of the order of 10 raised to power 4 volt. Or the electric field developed on adding this charge should not reaches to the order of 10 raised to power 6 volt per meter, or potential at 1 centimeter should not reaches to of the order of 10 raised to power 4 volt. Now the capacity of a conducting sphere. So how to calculate the capacity of a conducting sphere? Capacity of any object is the charge per unit potential developed. So here we first consider the conducting sphere of radius r. Now if suppose I am adding q charge to it, then the potential on the surface of this conducting sphere is, potential developed on the conducting sphere is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon q by r. Now put this value in this equation, the capacitance becomes q 1 divided by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. Q can cancel out, and this is in the denominator of the denominator, so it get reverse, so it becomes 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into r. So this is your capacity of a conducting sphere. So from here you can see here the capacity of a sphere, conducting sphere, depends upon the radius, or we can say it is a dimension. The capacity of a conductor depends upon the dimension and also depend upon the surrounding medium on which it is placed. While defining units of a capacitance, I have told you that Faraday is a very big unit. The question is, why is Faraday a big unit? This can be answered by considering the capacity of a conducting sphere. So this is how I consider a conducting sphere of radius r sphere in such a way that the capacity of this sphere is 1 Faraday. So we know the capacity of the conducting sphere is C is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught upon r. So, and also 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 raised to power 9 units. So the value of the r will be from here is C upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So it is 9 into 10 raised to power 9 and is 1. So the radius is approximately coming out to be 9 into 10 raised to power 9 meter. This is very big radius. It is just more than the radius of earth. That is, radius of earth is 10 raised to power 6. It's more than the earth, and it is not feasible in our reality. So that is why it is told that Faraday is a very big unit. Thanking you.